What is up, everybody? It is the late night live. This is episode 21. Last week, off week, but this week we're back with a vengeance. I don't plan on taking any more off weeks. That was just because like the PFL schedule came out a little weird. But UFC Vegas 53 is what we're looking at. Good card. Something that I'm actually really looking forward to see the main event have solid name value, a bantamweight fight that I think a lot of people, including myself, are like really excited for. So this should be a lot of fun. We'll get into the picks here in a couple minutes. I'll be answering the live chat throughout. And then I do got a couple of guests hopping in at the end. They got them pre-scheduled. And I will be sending those links out within the next, 40, 55 minutes along those lines. What is up, Hype MMA, my brother? What is up? You got Horiguchi, man. Unfortunate loss at Bellator last week, my brother. I know you're disappointed, man. I'm doing fantastic, bro. Listen, man, I'm glad that you're a late nighter. I'm glad you're staying up in here to listen to the show because it should be a fun one because these are some matchups to get excited about. I'll be honest, last week's card 52 got a lot of shit. It was this card sucks. It's going to be weak. It was awesome. I thought it was great action throughout, but I will be honest. I said I feel like Bellator main event on Saturday, Cyborg Blenko was the best fight of the weekend. I don't know if I was biased towards it because it was the last fight of the night on Saturday, but damn, I enjoyed the fuck out of it. I was disappointed with the card last week, but it delivered to be very good. But I'm happy we get a good card. Yes, brother. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, good to see you too, my brother. Let's make some fucking money for you, my brother. We're gonna get into the picks here soon. And I will throw up the live polls as well so you guys can give your take. I definitely want to hear from you guys, so make sure to vote. Smash the like button here. Let's get the algorithm pumping for the stream. So if you're watching, if you enjoy the content, make sure to like it up. And then we'll jump into these picks here in just a moment. But I'll take down some water here, some Zephyr Hills, and get hydrated and ready to rock, man. What is up, my brother? What is up? Gotta say, I dig the logo you got right there, man. I mean, what is that? But it looks cool, man. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Let me get the Tapology page set up here. We'll go through each fight on the card. And of course, the polls will be up. Let me see. Let's get the notes up. I gotta get some of these up, man. I gotta have some of these little extra tidbits up. I like this first one a lot here. I'm going to throw the poll out to you guys for the first fight of the night. And also, I got to grab my phone because you guys know every week I always try to time stamp it up beforehand so I can throw the timestamps right after. All right. Ready to rock right now. Poll is up in the chat. It is our first fight of the night. Tatsuro Taira versus Carlos Candelario. The breakdown for this one got me excited, to be honest. Looking at Tatsuro, I like what I see from this kid. He seems like a pretty legit prospect. I like the stand-up game a lot, but I definitely feel like he has some quality grappling chops that are going to carry him here with Candelario. Candelario is definitely going to be looking to shoot a bit. He'll mix it up, striking and press inside. Definitely likes to be in close range. Also fighting out of the southpaw stance for Candelario. Going to be interesting to see how Tatsuro does deal with that. I know it's like a UFC debut, so like the biggest concern here would be the line being a little wide, right, for a first timer. Even though I think Tatsuro has a ton of potential, Carlos Candelario is not an absolute scrub of any word. I mean, the guy is gone distance on the Contender Series. What was the name of the guy he fought? It was Victor Altamirano. Went distance, lost the split. Very competitive fight. I think Tatsuro is the better of the two. I think he's going to win. I feel like submission is very possible here. I'm going to lean towards submission, but definitely not going to be surprised with a unanimous decision. For me, we're going with Tatsuro Taira for the win. And I'm going to pick submission. I'm picking sub. Dude, it's been fantastic, bro. It's been fantastic as always, man. I'm becoming a fucking cardio machine, my man. I'm getting chiseled up right here, man. Getting lean as fuck, man. Yeah, man. It was a fun card. Last weekend was fun. The Syracuse orange, that makes sense. Okay, that's where I seen it. Yeah, bro, he does. He does. Otto the orange. Shoot up by Mortal Kombat fatality. Ooh, I don't know about Mortal Kombat fatality, bro. Taira by decision. I like that Taira pick. Interesting that they gave Candelario a decent wrestler, close fight, but late sub or decision for Taira. I'm going submission, but I definitely feel like that's rough for Candelario debut. But he's still a tough dude. I mean, 8-1's a good record. I think Luke KO's Bilal in the second round. You know, the downfall is that Bilal fucking just beat him, brother. Bilal just beat him last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, man. You can find me on Instagram, MMA_experts. That's my Instagram for this page. If you're just talking about just my Instagram, I have like a fitness one that I occasionally throw up stuff. It's AJ DeVito Fitness on Instagram. Second round, the Hamzat Cardio. Better, brother. Better, brother. Better. Dude, she got destroyed, and I was so disappointed. So disappointed. Second round sub. Any thoughts on Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor? I don't have any strong thoughts on that, but I'm going to pick Serrano to win. But I don't have enough insight on Katie Taylor, man. I never got into the women's boxing. Yeah, bro, I see that page up a lot, bro. I see your page all the time, my brother. All right, let's see what the poll's at here. Taira is leading the way in the polls up to 76%. I am going to close out this first poll so we can keep running up the card. But I definitely feel like I like that Taira pick. As far as the bet, maybe you go sub. Money line sub for Taira is plus 210, but the money line bet on Taira straight minus 219. I think he wins the fight. I'm pretty confident that he does get it done, but definitely I don't want to like over jump the gun on a guy making his debut. Let's see what this next fight is. Let's pull it up. Some ladies going after it here. It's Mazany versus Young. Let me throw that poll up here. Mazany versus Young. All right, poll is up. Let's get to this breakdown. It is Shanna Young versus Gina Mazany. I'm not super impressed with either girl, but I do think Mazany's gotten better training with James Krause. Southpaw versus Southpaw matchup here. With Young, she's a very upright kickboxer. Somewhat rangy style, but somewhat I just really feel like she's got the chin up a bit too high. Granted, Mazany is not the type of striker that really does like a ton of damage. I mean, she has okay overhands, and then she'll look to close distance from there. We saw Young lose to Egger. She was put on the ground a bit and controlled, beaten up. I think Gina Mazany can land the takedowns, control from the top. I'm worried, does she potentially gas? But then I'm like, you know what? A positive thing, if you're on the Mazany side, which I am, is that Shanna Young is not a heavy-handed fighter. Priscilla Cachoeira, the last fight for Mazany, she lost. Power puncher. Cachoeira is a hard-hitting girl, regardless of, my disappointment in her eye gouging attempts with Jillian Robertson. I feel like you got to respect the power there. And I think Gina Mazany was in trouble in that matchup throughout, but she was winning. I think she beat Shanna Young. She works her for 3 rounds. Unanimous decision is going to be my take on this one. As far as the lines for this fight, Mazany is minus 159, Young plus 155. I do think we're going over 2.5, minus 170. Mazany to win a decision. I don't love the bet, but it is plus 170. I think it's a likely outcome here. She could get a submission finish, maybe on the floor, but I don't think it's super duper likely. Maybe a TKO as well on the ground, but I definitely am leaning towards the Mazany side here. Let's see what the poll's at. Mazany, 80% of the people's pick. Who you think will win, Chandler or Ferguson? I got to go Chandler, man. Who's, in your opinion, the number one GOAT in MMA history? Oh, that's the toughest question ever. It's got to be George St. Pierre. I'd say George, number one. I'd say John Jones, 2. I would say Mighty Mouse is in the top 6 for sure. He's got to be. I feel like Habib is close to it. I don't know about top though. True MMA GOAT is George St. Pierre. That's my pick for MMA GOAT. You like Yohan? Young is hot garbage, not even voting. Lima isn't that good. I remember people saying she could beat Valentina. Yeah, that is crazy, man. You going young dog or pass? What's your thoughts on these weak cards? Between 2-4 isn't that good outside elevation? Dude, I feel like the UFC has given us action every weekend, at least for the most part. But I definitely can agree. Sometimes I guess it's not the deepest of cards. I have no opinion on why. I don't know. It just unfortunately is what it is, man. That's the honest truth. Anderson Silva. If you know the answer to this question, you are not human. What is the definition of a woman? I I don't want to answer that, bro. I'm gonna pass. Anderson Silva, number 3. I could see him at 3 or 4. Your boy Sean O'Malley, man. He maybe he's on the fucking rise this one too. Let me close out the poll here with Mazany at 72% of the people's picks. Let's keep running up the card, guys. Make sure to smash the hell out of that like button as well. If you haven't, smash those likes, baby. Support the late night live. All right, let's get this up. We got Breeden versus Levy. I feel like some people are high on Natan Levy, so I'm actually very, very curious to see your guys' takes on this one. All right. It is Mike Breeden versus Natan Levy. This matchup is interesting to me because I don't think Natan Levy is super high quality, especially not yet. And he's not a young guy. He's 30. Breeden a bit older at 33, more than double the experience. I don't think Breeden's a bad fighter. He just had a really bad debut with Hernandez on short notice. He's a pretty decent kickboxer, very pressure heavy attack. He'll eat one to land one, which sometimes isn't the best. But he does have a wrestling base, and he's a strong wrestler. Granted, almost got subbed in FAC by submission. It was against Nick Compton. He almost got caught in that armbar. Natan Levy is a dangerous guy on the floor, 100%. But I don't think he's super dominant in the grappling. Like, I don't feel like he has this amazing takedown game. I think Breeden could defend the takedowns, strike with him. I think Levy, Breeden striking, I got to lean it towards Breeden with more the traditional MMA kickboxing style to more of like a karate-esque kickboxing base with Natan Levy. I like Breeden for the win on a decision, man. I think the volume will be higher and he'll land more significant strikes. Not like a favorite bet or anything, but at the end of the day, plus money, I think that Natan Levy's overrated. I'm going Breeden for the win. Plus 171, Natan Levy minus 182. If I was going to give you a potential prop to play on this one, let's see, Breeden by decision plus 525. Over 1.5 is minus 312. Over 2.5 minus 175. I don't like that tag. I like the underdog here. I like Breeden for the win. I know some of you might be on Levy to win by sub, so I will give you the line. It is plus 215 for that to happen, but I think Breeden win on a decision is the result that I'm feeling in this fight. Good matchup. What's a hot 2-leg parlay? At the end, I'll try to list one off for you, brother. I got you at the end. You think one championship is worth a watch? Who's fighting there? BKFC and PFL. I really don't watch a lot of BKFC, but yeah, PFL on Thursday too. You got Levy by decision. Sean O'Malley, number 1. Sean O'Malley, number 1. No doubt, brother. He would smash Hamza with his eyes closed. Picks for the week. I'm going with Taira, Dawson, Fili. I like the Taira pick. It's just the debut is one concerning thing. Fili I like as well. Biggest concern could be Dawson, but I really feel like he should win the fight. So I like your 3. That fight right there ain't great, man. That fight ain't great. Let's go, baby. AJ's big time, and now he doesn't watch BFC after they got him out to a show. Listen, man, if they bring me out, I'll go watch it in person, man. I'll watch it in person. Vera's the best dog in the car, but GM3 cashes quite a lot. Dude, I like GM3. I'm going Mike Breeden here. The people are way against me. They're telling me I'm fucking nuts for the Mike Breeden pick. It's 91% towards Natan Levy. So everybody is on Levy here. It's the Levy belief here. Levy through and through. Holy shit. That is crazy, man. Natan Levy. Massive people's pick. And I'm on the other side. I think this might be one of the biggest pick against me to you guys that we've had here. Yohan Lainesse up next versus Gabe Green. Let me throw the poll up for this bad boy. Levy's not impressive at all. You understand the Breeden shot. I am very glad to see you agreeing with me on that, bro. I think he can do it. I think he can do it. Get this locked in. We got the poll up for the people watching. And it is Yohan Lainesse versus Gabe Green. I really like the power you see from Yohan Lainesse. He is willing to sit in there and strike. Gabe Green, a guy that likes to sit in the pocket, very in-your-face style. I think that plays into Yohan's game well here. I think Yohan Lainesse is going to catch Breeden, or excuse me, is going to catch Green and put him down. Also, Lainesse has pretty solid jiu-jitsu as well. I feel like he likes to close range and bang. Green, I do think, will oblige him in a bit of a battle and will come inside and mix it up. Green's a strong guy. He's pretty jacked, but I think Yohan Lainesse has better technical skills, and I think he can match him in the physical categories, even if he's not like as swole as Gabe Green. He's a bigger guy naturally, 6'1" to 5'10", 76-inch reach, 73. I think Lainesse is going to knock him out on the feet, and I think it's probably going to be in the first or second round, and I'm pretty damn excited to see this fight. Maybe one of the sleeper fights on the card. If you don't know, now you know this is a fight that I'm very excited about. Maybe my expectations are too high, but I'm really pumped to see these two. Lainesse is a pretty solid-sized dog. Plus 140 underdog. Gabe Green minus 132 as the favorite. I like Lainesse by KO. It's plus 325. Very excited to see these two face off, man. Very excited to see this fight. Levy's not impressive at all. I understand the Breeden shot. I appreciate that, my brother. BFC and 1FC more entertaining MMA promotion. Damn, bro. I like the UFC. I'm a UFC guy, man. And I like Bellator as well a lot. Levy shredded and powerful. He's shredded. He's shredded for sure. You think Green wins? Tapology vote reads the same. Yeah, Levy ain't that good, but just can't pick Breeden. Just almost losing to Nick Compton. Maybe I think Nick Compton had a good fucking night. Yohan by finish, agreed. Lainesse has that inbred problem if Green has felt something like that. I think Green's gonna get knocked out, man. Dude, I did not. I have not talked to the Finch man, but we'll definitely have to bring it up on the money line. We're definitely gonna have to. Some in the comments, bro. We'll have to bring it up. If he doesn't say anything, maybe somebody in the chat will, and we'll address it live, man. That'll be funny. AJ, which football players do you know by name? Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, bro. That's it. That's the only two. Did you have Dillian White ahead on the scorecard for sure? You shoved him and should have got the DQ. I think that is a ludicrous take. Dillian White got knocked out and he got shoved. I know the shove was, I don't like the shove either, but Dillian White was done. He was down and he was out and he couldn't get up. If you just get shoved, you should be able to get back up to your feet, man. So I had Tyson Fury up too. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. Especially if he looks good. Where am I from? I'm from Florida, bro. USA. I'm from the United States of America, brother. Hey, listen, bro. I know the goats of the game. That's all I know. That's all I know with fucking football, soccer, whatever you call it in any other country around the world. Lainesse versus Green. Lainesse is 78%. So the people are with me, and we're all on the dog. That's interesting, man. Finch didn't put down $8 in the UFC. The dude was in Hawaii sipping on pina colada. He was just enjoying, man. He was just enjoying. He was enjoying the fuck out of it. Let's get to the next one. Heavyweights. The most ludicrous lines of all time. The widest odds, maybe, in MMA history. I think these might be the widest UFC lines of all time. These lines are extremely fucking wide. Extreme width. All right, let's go. Alexandr Romanov versus Chase Sherman. I'm very excited to see Romanov back. Sherman gets an extra week to prepare. He had a little injury last week, as they say. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I know he got injured, but I don't know any of the deets. I feel like Romanov is going to destroy him. It's not going to be close. Chase Sherman will then be on a 4-fight losing streak. I think that Romanov probably finishes him in a round, maybe a round and a half, but it's Romanov destruction on the floor, ground and pound, submission, one of those methods. And the lines reflect that same belief because they are extremely wide. Romanov is a minus 1,610 favorite at best. Bet Online has him at minus 2,500. Chase Sherman plus 1,300 underdog. Can you imagine Sherman somehow wins? Romanov inside the distance minus 550. Under 2.5 rounds minus 550. Under 1.5 minus 275. These lines are insane. If somehow Chase Sherman wins this fight, this is the biggest upset in fighting history, I believe, or at least one of them. This is a massive, massive, massive line. That's crazy. And I think that there's no chance Chase Sherman wins this fight. And somehow he pulls it off. That'd be absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. I don't know what's going on with the poll, man. I just try to throw it up in the chat. And doesn't seem to be loading in. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's get this poll loaded up. I don't know what's going on with it. The poll should be there. There's no poll. Oh, my. All right. Well, I'm going to throw the poll up right now because we didn't get it pushed in, I guess. I don't know what happened with YouTube there. Romanov Sherman poll should be up in a moment. Yes, it's up. It is up, bro. It is up. I just want to see the 100%. Asian from Florida, but he's half Dagestani. If you take a look at the beard, yes, brother. I gotta smidge these guys, brother. I gotta smidge everybody. Dude, the GOAT poster, man. Canelo Triple G. That's why I leave it, bro. It's a legendary fight. I'm waiting for the trilogy. Romanov, easy. Agreed. Who's for you the most overrated UFC fighter right now? Damn. Who is the most overrated UFC fighter right now? Who's the most overrated guy? I don't know. I actually don't know who the most overrated guy in the UFC is. Sean O'Malley, maybe? But he's pretty good, but overrated? Nobody's jumping out at the page to me, man. I don't know. No, I don't believe that, bro. You have to bet it, shit, bro. Go for it. I respect you if you bet it, and if you win, that's nuts. Sherman by KO. Yeah, that is true, man. The poll is, wow, you know what? The poll is 76%, so we got people picking the other side, man. We needed that poll. Chase Sherman has the reach advantage. Can he stay on the feet? That third fight gonna be good, brother. It is gonna be good, my brother. Patty Pimples overrated. I guess he's fairly overrated. Honestly, bro, I don't think that I don't know. I don't know if that's the matchup yet. Personally, I'd say let's hold out a minute and not rush to get Hamzat in trouble. I don't know. I think let's keep building him. I think let's give him Bilal, something like that. I think give him that matchup against Bilal Muhammad. I think that might be better. Overrated is McTapper, you think? McGregor? At this point, but not in his prime. That's what I'm thinking, bro. That's what I'm thinking. You think Leon's overrated? I think he's pretty damn good. Patty, Nate Diaz is unfortunately, I don't know though. You know what? Take that back. Leon Edwards had a rough time with Nate. Is Nate overrated? Are they both overrated? I think both are decent guys and styles make fights. And let's be honest, besides the one moment in the 5th round, Nate Diaz got killed that whole fight. I don't think he's overrated, but I do agree that Oliveira's probably going to win. You think Conor McGregor? Conor McGregor is overrated, brother. 72% Romanov Sherman. Wow. Okay. Let's keep running up. If you guys haven't yet, make sure to smash the hell out of that like button. And let's get that algorithm nice and pumped here. Lacerda da Silva versus Figueiredo. I don't know why it's Lacerda all over the place. And then it's da Silva on Tapology, man. I don't understand. So we're gonna do it as Lacerda. I just feel like that's the right way to do it. We call him Lacerda. I believe that's the real name. I don't know why it's Daniel da Silva on Tapology. I don't know. That's weird. But it's been like that, I believe, since I even covered his first fight. All right. It is Daniel da Silva Lacerda versus Francisco Figueiredo. I just not a believer in Francisco Figueiredo. He's a lot lesser of the Figueiredo brothers, man. He didn't get as much of that God of War power, not nearly. I feel like Da Silva is the better man of the two. I think on the floor, Da Silva can sub him. Also, I mean, 25 versus 32. I feel like Francisco maybe is more in the downswing, whereas Lacerda, Daniel Da Silva is on the way up, is on a climb upward. And on the floor, he's nasty, man. I like guys like him off the back that throw up multiple submission attempts and are slick with it. Even though he lost to Jeff Molina, I don't think it was a bad performance. Francisco Figueiredo didn't even look like he put up any bit of a fight against Malcolm Gordon. I believe the fight before, who was that against? He won close decision. Jerome Rivera. That's not a huge win. He had a draw before that outside of the UFC. So, I mean, I'm not a believer on the Francisco Figueiredo side at this point. His brother is all-time, like, top of the line, right? He's a flyweight champion. I don't think Francisco has that same ability. And I think that Daniel Da Silva is going to win by submission in the second or third round. It's kind of like Valentina and Antonina Shevchenko type. I think Lacerda for the win. As far as the line here, Lacerda is a slight favorite, minus 113. Figueiredo plus 113. So not much belief in him even by the books, which is interesting to see here. I think Romanov's overrated. Izzy's overrated. Holy shit. Most underrated fighter. Who is the most underrated? Mike Jackson. Connor's combat 145 was fun to watch, though. And then 55, he never defended. No, he never defended. Damn, bro. Just peep your IG. I ain't know you built like that. I'm like good shit with that 315 bench press. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Frederick equals troll. Mike Jackson versus Artem Lobov, please. Most underrated is CM Punk. I think he's a GOAT. He's an all-time great. Lacerda, way ahead in the people's pick. Nobody believes in Figgy. Figgy 2. Big Figgy. He just looks slow. You know what? When I was watching him fight, it's like he looks sleepy in there. He doesn't seem like he's got that same oomph that you get with Davison. Not even close. Not even close. Not even fucking close. I'm not a believer of Francisco Figueiredo at all. I'm a believer in Daniel Lacerda's abilities. I like him at this age, 25, 26. He's coming into his own. I think he should win this fight. I'm getting him to beat Francisco. Low fight IQ, no shot. You think Jordan Wright is way overrated? I think that we all know Jordan Wright's true abilities, but the commentary team tries to sell you this story that Jordan Wright's so much better and he's like a decent fighter. And the reason they're doing that, I guess, is like to still make the matchups look fairly competitive. Dude, he can't take a clean hit and he holds his chin way too high. He doesn't fight intelligently. I mean, at the end of the day, he got choked out on going for a single, I believe, against the cage, which is like the head on the outside. Like day one shit. Don't keep your head in that guillotine, man. And he gets choked out. He's more of just a clean kickboxer that's too hittable, in my opinion. Let's jump to the main card. Ooh, this is a good one to start it off. Meerschaert versus Krzysztof Jotko. Krzysztof Jotko, brother. You're gonna meet this guy. I'm not a big Jotko guy. Jotko, there's never, I don't know, man. He never excites me. Like he's I like Meerschaert's side. Tell you straight out the gate. Tell you straight out the gate. Gerald Meerschaert versus Krzysztof Jotko. Also, guys, if you're watching, if you enjoy the content, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. If you are new, this is the first fight on the main card, and I think it kicks it off pretty well. Gerald Meerschaert is a really tricky guy with his submission skill set. I really feel like there's a chance Jotko could get subbed here. He has been submitted before in the UFC, I believe years ago, 2014, if I'm not mistaken. I do think it was by a guillotine. Thing about Meerschaert, very good with the front headlock position. I like Meerschaert to win by sub. He's a long guy. I don't think Jotko is a better striker, and if he is, it's not by much. On the floor, I think Meerschaert's jiu-jitsu is a lot better. I don't think Jotko has top-line wrestling. Even if he takes Meerschaert down, I think he's in trouble. I don't see Jotko as a power puncher. I feel like Gerald Meerschaert's in the clear, and this is a matchup that should be favorable towards him. Interesting to see the lines like this. I think the lines are incorrect here. I think Meerschaert should be looking at favorite status. I don't know. I don't think Jotko is all that. That's my honest opinion on Krzysztof Jotko. Minus 163, Meerschaert plus 152. Like, even when he first came on the scene, he's fighting David Branch, having these like really close fights. I was like, I'm not impressed. Meerschaert to win. They don't have submission on fight odds. I'll check best fight odds, but you guys know best fight odds is a mess these days. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Best fight odds. Nope, they don't have it either. There's no submission. Inside distance, Meerschaert is plus 260. The sub line is going to be juicier, and I'm on that sub line. Win, submission, Gerald, Meerschaert. That's what I like a lot here. You got Jotko. Holy shit. What's up, brother, man? I think styles make fights. I think he's going to win, man. I think he's going to win. Meerschaert for me. I'm not betting against Meerschaert. Learned my lesson. Hardest fight for me to pick this week. Jotko by humping him to decision. Tough fight. We'll go lean towards the dog. You're going Gerald. I think he's gonna win. I think Gerald's gonna win. He happens to be a dog. You think it's a trap? Shit, man. Jotko will punish MG3 and that beard to shreds. Jocko's ain't shit. GM3 had nothing for his opponents in the last one. Locked out. I don't think he really locked out. He fought a pretty decent guy. I think a better striker is Stultfas over Jotko in pure kickboxing. Take over 1.5 and cash your bet. Good opening fight. Meerschaert sub last 3 opponents. He's on a submission roll right now, and I think he could continue it here. The people's pick is Meerschaert as well. You guys are all over him, which makes sense to me. I think stylistically it's a matchup that's competitive. Like, I mean, Jotko could edge out a technical decision, but I think Meerschaert brings that finishing threat. And if it did go long, I mean, I think Meerschaert could do more over the course of the 3. I'm not a Jotko guy, though, so maybe that's clouding my vision, but I don't believe it is. I think Meerschaert's a pretty long southpaw. Jotko, southpaw as well. And both guys pretty decent, but one's a lot more of a finisher. And I feel like Meerschaert can just put Jotko in any bit of a bad position against the cage and then try to jump the back, something along those lines, and lock something up. I feel like he could find submission attempts or at least control positions using that cage a lot. So I'm very hopeful that he will be using the cage here. I believe he's gonna. I believe he's definitely gonna. Good fight. Poll officially is 71% towards Gerald Meerschaert. The people are on that Meerschaert side by a little bit. Let's jump to the next one. It's Elkins Connelly. Connelly. This is a big one. Elkins Connelly. Darren Elkins is fighting. You should be excited. Always. Darren Elkins is an exciting guy to watch. All right. Darren Elkins versus Tristan Connelly. I'm excited to see, can Tristan Connelly go the 3 rounds? Is he going to have the gas? Is he going to go nuts for it? I don't believe he will. I think Connelly's a pretty conservative guy. And if you look at stylistic matchups that would really be, I guess, more on the negative side towards Darren Elkins is guys that can go distance or guys that aren't necessarily going to be looking for that finish. I think Connelly's prepared to go the full. I think that striking, Connelly has the better kickboxing of the 2. He's not necessarily a dynamite puncher, but he has okay overhand shots, and he brings that patient pressure, a lot of times looking to wrestle. Darren Elkins is not an easy guy to wrestle. I don't think that Tristan Connelly is going to be an easy guy for Darren Elkins to take down. So if you do see them in a kickboxing match, I think that Connelly's the better of the 2. Now, let's say some wrestling happens. I feel like Connelly, at the very least, is competitive with Elkins. I think you can even outpoint him in some wrestling positions. I feel like there's a good chance Tristan Connelly wins a hard-fought decision here. I feel like he is technically superior to Elkins, but Elkins tough as nails. Let's say Connelly's conservative for the 3 rounds, fight smart. Also, Elkins, I don't know, he got beaten badly by Cub Swanson. How long ago was that? 4 months ago. So he's had a decent little layoff, but he got beaten bad. And when I see that performance, I said, is Elkins slowing down? He's 37. He's taking a lot of punches. He's taking a lot of punishment. Tristan Connelly hasn't taken that same punishment. I know he's 36, so neither guy's super young. Connelly beat Michel Pereira at one point. I think Tristan Connelly is going to win a hard-fought decision against the always game Darren Elkins. As far as the lines here for this matchup, Connelly is plus 150 as an underdog. Elkins, the minus 159 favorite. So pretty exciting matchup here between these two. I'm actually pretty fucking pumped. Very pumped. Yeah, I'm stoked for this fight. I think card has a potential to make some serious cash like the London card. Let's hope the underdogs can deliver. Let's go. Jotko's the GOAT. You're wild. You're going Elkins all day. Connelly plus 145 got to be it. I think it is. Do you think Izzy will be an easier fight for Khamzat Sellers than Usman? No, I don't. I think both are hell matchups. Those are hard fights. I like this fight a ton, man. Yohan, Gerald, Tristan, Vera, favorite underdogs of the week. Another fun fight and dog play. Maybe we'll wait till fight night. Yeah, I'm probably going to wait till the weigh-ins. I will take the underdog. I thought this was Guru for a sec. Sorry, that talk is not accepted today. I know. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it. I didn't see it, bro. I don't know. You must have pulled it away. Nah, he's a 55er, took the fight against Pereira on short notice, beat him on a decision at 70, and now is dropping to 45. I like Tristan Connelly's game, man. I got him winning this fight. The people are slightly on him, 60%. The guy to beat a Darren Elkins is, if you don't have the power punch of like a Cub Swanson, it's going to be a more technical guy, man. A guy that can go long. And I think Tristan Connelly is just that guy. Bad stylistic matchup. Connelly for the W here. And the people are on him too. You guys are 58% towards that Tristan Connelly side. Let's keep running up the card. I'm looking at this card. I'm getting excited as fuck. Oh, we got Gordon and Dawson in the next one. Flash Gordon versus Dawson coming off the draw too. All right. This one is Jared Gordon versus Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson is like that prospect that was building up nicely, but had a tough out against Rick Glenn and didn't finish good. He needs to control his pace a little bit more. I think that Jared Gordon's a hard fight. I mean, Selecki, though, was really dominating him on the ground early. And even that second round, like it was competitive, even though like Gordon stole it on some of the judges' lines. Like, it was a competitive one. It was a split decision win. That fight was was ultra close. When you look at Gordon's stand-up game, he has pretty solid boxing, good jab, and a right. I mean, if Dawson's just standing in front of Gordon, he definitely could get caught. I mean, Gordon's like more of the plotting style striker. Wrestling game is decent for Jared Gordon. It's not great, but it's decent. The guy's resilient. He can take some damage. He's not an easy guy to beat. I mean, he's 18-4. Most recent losses to the champ, Charles Oliveira. Look at Grant Dawson, opposite side. He's a strong grappler, a guy who's very heavy on top. And if he can control you on top for the 3 rounds, can win a decision, maybe sub you. He can't gas himself. Against Rick Glenn, he was exhausted in that 3rd round, and Glenn beat the shit out of him in the 3rd. Gordon is not an easy matchup. If Dawson's more conservative, hopefully the gas tank is worked on a bit, but I really think it's being more conservative. I think Grant Dawson can win a hard-fought decision against Jared Gordon, but I think the draw truly might have been the best thing for Dawson because he's not now getting pushed to ranked guys. Gordon's a good touch for him, and it's not an easy fight. I'm going to go Dawson by a decision, but Jared Gordon's not easy. And if you were on the Jared Gordon side, I have no negative things to say. Plus 153 Gordon, Dawson minus 157. I like Dawson for the win, but Gordon's live. As far as the line, I do think we're going over 2.5. It's minus 205. Dawson to win a decision, plus 165. I don't love it. Jared Gordon, that plus 153 underdog. Some of you are going to be on him. About 17% on Jared Gordon. So not a lot of Jared Gordon people out here. I get it, though. I get it. Taking the over 1.5 rounds in this fight. Dude, was it just me or did I see you acting a little extra excited when making your predictions this time? Like right now or on the breakdown I did on Sunday? Do you think Tony has a better chance than the casuals say? Definitely a little bit better of a chance, for sure. Tony does have a crazy chin. I don't think it's impossible for Tony to win that fight. I think Chandler's a guy that takes so much damage as well. So two guys that take beatings. I'm guessing you're on the Jared Gordon side. You're one of the Jared Gordon believers here. Chandler's never a fighter to be at minus 400 odds. He is minus 400. That's not true. That's fake. For me, if I'm lining up the odds for that Chandler-Ferguson fight, I'm doing minus 200 for Chandler. Like, that's my line. But their line's trying to show you Chandler's a bit more of a lock. Maybe they want to also jump you at the dog. I mean, either way, the bookies, they got a game that they're playing as well, man. They're playing a game with our fucking minds, bro. That's funny as hell. I was very excited to break down this card, man. I don't know. I was just feeling amazing. The day before, we fucking killed 3 back-to-back-to-back live streams. And then I have a sick card to break down that I enjoyed every second of studying for, which is like not all cards. I was like, this is fucking awesome. So yeah, I've been hyped as hell. You'll bet Tony over Chandler. 3 rounds favors Chandler. I'm going Jared Gordon by second round, proving a necktie. You're a wild man. 3-1 favorite for Chandler. So his manager must be in a wheelchair. Your guess? I think they have it at minus 400 right now, man. That's wide. Wide. This card is also pretty solid. People love to complain. This card's solid as fuck, dude. Who can beat Alexandr Volkanovski? Nobody. Nobody right now. Maybe Max Holloway. That's really the only guy. But the Dawson-Gordon fight, I'm going to close out the poll. It's 85% towards Grant Dawson, just 15 on that Jared Gordon side. Fili versus Joanderson Brito is our featured bout of the night. The one we're about to talk about here. Throw the poll up. Touchy Fili. Battle of cool, sleek last names here. All right. It is Andre Fili versus Joanderson Brito. Brito coming off of a loss against Bill Algeo, like a long guy with fairly good takedown defense. It was a competitive fight. Fili coming off a no contest in a fight he was winning, but took some leg damage against Daniel Pineda. Joanderson Brito has really nasty low kicks, and I expect him to be attacking Fili's legs. Fili's going to have to counter-strike with the boxing here and land some good shots, maybe even tie up Joanderson Brito. Though Brito's a very physically strong guy, I like Fili's range advantage here. It's not a ton, but he is 5'11 to 5'8. Reach only 2 inches, but I think the jab is longer than that. Fili, I feel like can do good work from the outside. He's pretty good with not throwing like 100% into every strike, whereas Brito is going to press forward with straights, try to clinch you up, try to take you down. I think Fili's wrestling is going to be there. I wouldn't be surprised if he lands some takedowns on Brito, wins a hard-fought decision. I like Fili in a close matchup winning a decision, but don't sleep on Brito. Like, he's not an easy fight. Granted, strength of schedule. Fili's fought a lot of good fighters, and I think Fili's going to win a hard-fought one here. Brito's going to attack the legs, probably look to grapple. I don't think he's going to have a ton of success grappling, but I think he'll have success on the low kicks. Fili needs to make him pay with the hands. I think he will. Straight punches are going to be a key to victory here for Andre Fili, and I think he's going to succeed. Decision. Fili, though, is a big favorite. Minus 243, Brito plus 230. I don't feel like that line is what I personally like here. I think it's a little bit closer of a matchup than that. Fili to win via decision plus 150. I like Fili throwing down on the money line. So Andre Fili for the victory in a competitive fight. Trade Fili over the years will help him against the explosiveness from Brito. He can mix it up, but Brito, you can see him win in the first. I could see him win in the first. It's the tools, but not the management to be successful. Brito lost to a discount Fili. Algeo is a hard matchup. Yeah, he is a hard fight. And I think Fili's a hard fight too. I think he'll win, but it's a little scary. I get the fear there. You guys got Tony. I see you guys talking about the Tony fight. Hart says Tony. I wish we had 5 rounds for Chandler versus Ferguson. Brito has no gas. You think he gasses late? And then Fili will really take advantage late. You think it's going to be a robbery decision? I think Fili wins a clear-cut unanimous, man. 29-28 maybe. But I do think Fili gets it done. You guys are confidently on Fili here. We got 88% of the people on the Andre Fili side. which I like. I think it's a fair pick. I mean, especially you think about who Fili trains with. Shorter, strong, tough grapplers. Guys that are going to look for takedowns, that are really explosive. So it's a tricky one. Overall, looking forward to it. Fili, Brito, I'm going to go with the Fili side. Do you think Bryce Mitchell will be a champion one day? And do you think I have no idea, man. As far as the champion, it's possible. The other thing, I don't know. You want Andy Gonzalez late? He might be in tonight, man. I got a couple people lined up. If we got extra time, if not, you're definitely going to see him next week, man. Body shot. Okay, I got you. Fili's probably the safest play on the card. Fili's a great gatekeeper. He's definitely a top line gatekeeper. Fili, confidently, the people are on him as well. Strongly, 89% towards Andre Touchy Fili. Let's get to the co-main event. Collier versus Arlovsky. Weird, Andre Arlovsky's in a co-main event in 2022. Holy shit. Holy shit. The Pitbull Andre Arlovsky versus Jake Collier. Arlovsky, 43 years of age, takes on the man 10 years younger than him, Jake Collier at 33. Collier was at middleweight for a while, but really ballooned up after the layoff, comes back, and you know what? He settled into a real heavyweight frame. He really fucked Chase Sherman up in the last one, subbing him in a round, not even less than a round, like half a round. Arlovsky standing up is going to be hard for Jake Collier. Reach, a little bit favors Collier. Speed, I feel like Collier's used to having a little bit of a speed edge on some of these heavyweights. Arlovsky's a quick guy. Very solid with the boxing. For me, I look at these more back-end heavyweights, and I see Arlovsky winning. Probably hard-fought decisions, competitive bouts. I mean, even the Vandera fight, fairly close. Arlovsky by a decision is what I'm kind of feeling in the Jake Collier fight. I don't want to bet it, though. I do think Jake Collier could be live. I also have this weird feeling that I was feeling even watching Study, but I didn't want to pick it, and I'm not picking it, but I'm just bringing it up because there is a little 30% intuition in me that Collier knocks him out in the second round. If Collier can land the counter hook, I think he could sleep Arlovsky. There's definitely enough size and power to sleep Arlovsky, and eventually Arlovsky's going to get knocked out. At this point, when is he going to retire? Probably when he's face down and they call it a career. Maybe it happens a couple times. When is that going to happen? At 43, there's going to be a time where something just stops. I don't think Arlovsky's there yet. I think he can beat a guy like Jake Collier, who was always more of a back-end UFC caliber guy. I like the stand-up game from Arlovsky. I do respect the kickboxing of Jake Collier, and he's become a real heavyweight. He's a big boy, 265, but Arlovsky has been bigger for longer periods of time. I don't think the strength will be a difference. I don't see Arlovsky getting out-wrestled by Jake Collier here. I like Arlovsky win, and I'm picking him by a decision, which is crazy for big heavyweights, but I think Arlovsky's chin holds up. He is a minus 135 favorite. Collier plus 125 as the underdog. As far as the over 2.5 rounds, minus 185. Arlovsky to win by decision is plus 155. I like Arlovsky wins the decision, but I'm also going to look at that Collier by KO plus 400. I may sprinkle Collier by KO depending how I'm feeling fight day. If I start having that intuition pump to a 50%, I'm going to sprinkle it. Right now, we're a little bit kept at 30, but Collier has a chance to sleep Arlovsky, but I'm picking Arlovsky to win a decision, though. I'm picking him to win a decision still. Arlovsky fighting to close decisions, always, man. No, he beat Chase Sherman, man. Collier will be able to match the speed of Arlovsky and finally put an end to him. Oh, shit. Arlovsky levels above. He's going to outclass Collier in the second and third round. I definitely could see it. Arlovsky's still hungry. I agree. Arlovsky. Let's see. Been a huge fan of Andre since Bully Beatdown. That was classic. How long can I bet Arlovsky one more time? Maybe one more. This might be it. Collier thought he would be able to pull a rumble gaining weight, but I don't think it's worked for the same. He's doing all right, man. He's doing all right. Yeah, he has. He has. I could see him fighting until 45. Same. Arlovsky by flying armbar. If Arlovsky loses to Collier, he needs to retire Collier's bottom barrel. He's upper bottom barrel. Arlovsky lost against Gina. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, even the Felipe fight, I thought that Collier won. Arlovsky had a tough fight beating Felipe on a close decision. I see him doing the same thing to Collier, man. Arlovsky's a guy that wins hard-fought decisions at this point, and that's what I see happening in this matchup. Let's jump to the main, though. Let me close out this poll. I'll give you guys the final score here. 79% on Andre Arlovsky. Collier landed 130 strikes on Felipe. He did not lose that fight. Yeah, I agree that he won that fight. The Arnold the fourth this year, not good. Andre, he stays active, man. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do, man. When you're an older guy, you got to keep fighting. He wins this 4 straight in UFC. Grandpa age, still being these upcoming prospects. He's definitely a legend. Arlovsky is goated at this point, 100%. He goes down as an all-time legendary heavyweight. Let's jump to the main event. Let me put the poll up for the people. Make sure you guys vote in this main event poll, man. We need that main event poll smashed here with as many votes as possible because I need the main event take from the people. All right. Main event of the evening, Rob Font versus Marlon Vera. Guys, if you're watching, if you enjoy the content, support the channel. Make sure to smash the like button. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Keep it locked in here at MMA Experts, but definitely smash the hell out of those likes. This fight here, main event, fantastic one. I actually can't wait to see it. I'm super stoked for this card. This is a fight that I think is one of the best you can make in the UFC for guys that are not ranked in like that top 2, 3, number 1 championship type shit. This is a fight for Marlon Vera to emerge as a top contender, and a win here over Rob Font leads Vera to that top contender style position. Rob Font is not an easy out. Rob Font is a guy that's very good from range, has an excellent jab, has turned into one of the better boxers in the UFC. Pretty good right hand that he'll follow the jab with, will dig at the body with left hooks. Also, I mean, you can't really sleep on the kicking game of Font. Difference maker, though, I do say Marlon Vera is more dangerous with all of his tools. A little bit more of that Muay Thai style stance with Vera, but not super Muay Thai where he's going to get touched up with the jab all night. He's going to need to get past the Font jab. The way he does such, I believe you're going to see Vera attacking a lot of low kicks. He was out low kicking Jose Aldo in their fight. I think he can definitely do it to Rob Font. Attack the hell out of the legs. Stance switches from Vera are going to be a very successful tool to use in this fight, I feel. Getting close to Font, elbows, knees in the clinch. I think you could out-tie clinch him. On the ground, I think Vera actually is the better pure grappler of the two. Rob Font has okay wrestling, solid defensively, but if they go to the floor, I think Vera is better on the mat. Yes, Vera was taken down, controlled a bit by Frankie Edgar. That's Frankie Edgar. That's top-line wrestling. You don't get that with Rob Font. Standing up, Rob Font and Vera are ultra competitive. I see this as a super close fight, but I think Vera does a bit more damage, more significant strikes, competitive and entertaining fight for 5 rounds. I think they go the full distance. Vera winning a hard-fought decision. As far as the line, Vera's the dog in this fight. He's sitting at plus 119. Rob Font, the minus 125 favorite. I think we're going long here. Over 3.5 is minus 185. I think we're going the full distance. Fight goes distance, minus 138. Best value. Over 4.5, minus 155. I like Marlon Vera for the win. I think he gets it done. Might be on the floor. Definitely standing up. I see it as competitive, but I feel like Vera wins. Vera also 29, Font 34. Age, it doesn't matter a ton here, but Vera's really coming into his own now, and this is the chance to become a real contender. Now, as far as the rankings go, I want to pull them up because I'm just curious with this fight. Where would Vera go with a win? Rob Font is number 5. Vera is number 8. Beating Rob Font puts him in that upper echelon. A fight between Vera and Petr Yan could be on the horizon. A fight between Sandhagen and Vera could be on the horizon. This is like the fight before the fights get ultra real. The realest of the real. Jose Aldo rematch, I don't think there's for Vera just yet. Maybe if he catches like 2 wins in a row or he gets the belt, yeah, maybe that fight sells. I got Vera for the win. It's going to be damn tough after this fight, but I think he can get towards that upper echelon and look to make a run. Don't know if he succeeds, but I think he beats Rob Font in this matchup. Now, as far as the people's poll, you guys are on Vera strongly. 83% towards Marlon Chito Vera. Wow. Vera's a big guy, uses weight good. He does, man. I don't think Sugar knocks out Font. I'm with you on Team Vera. Vera by decision. No, you can never count out Font. It's his best round, so yeah, he's probably would sleep. Might be the only elite guy sleep, so I think I'm not new pal. Sugar is elite. DKO's Font. Viagra, Sugar, come on. Oh, damn. The sugar belief versus the sugar not belief. Because Sugar's gonna be in there. I would love to see him and Vera run it back eventually. I think Vera will take down and sub him. I think he definitely could. Vera will get the title shot 100%. He's definitely a marketable guy. Definitely the smaller cage, another aspect to really benefit. I agree. You're going to pick Marlon here. The only guy I see being O'Malley, and he's still the dog. Dude, at the end of the day, Marlon Vera has been around for a very long time, man. A very long time. Vera beats all the number one contenders. O'Malley beats him for the second fight. O'Malley gets a title shot. Holy shit. O'Malley should fight Pedro Munoz. They might do that fight. Well, Fragile is soft, and he's very tough. I will break him. This is great shit, man. Great banter in the comments. Great fight. I love Font versus Vera. I'm on that Vera side for the win. The people seem to be there as well. I am going to start sending out the links to some of the people that I have said will be popping into the stream. And then if I have an extra, you know who you are. I have a backup guy who will be on next week. So we got the folks, man. We got the folks. We'll take 2 to 3 guests. If we get 3, I'm bringing on somebody that he knows. He knows who he is. He'll know. We'll see how much time we got, man. All right, sending out these links now. And let's get some guests popping in to the late night live. How am I losing phone service right now? What the hell is going on? All right, let's go on Gmail, bro. Gmail does it right. All right. Sending links out right now. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's fucking go, lad. Let's fucking go. Guest number 1 was just sent the link. Let's see. And then we got guest number 2, who I'm going to link up as well. There we go. We got our guy here. He's ready to rock. He's ready before me, man. He's already got his headphones. I got to pop these things in, man. This is an exciting guest, guys. I'm actually pretty stoked. If you don't know his face, you should know his face. Legend of the game. Let's bring my guy in right now. It is the man himself, Clint, from the Die Hard MMA podcast. Clint, what is up, my brother?
Hey, Jay, what's going on, man? Thank you very much for having me on the show this evening. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, bro. I've wanted to talk to you for a long time, man. I had to wait for the right moment. I said, this is a good card. This is worthy to bring the guy on. Everything going well for you, bro?
Yeah, man, everything's going good. Not counting the betting, though. Anybody who does know me, listen to my show, follow me on Twitter, knows I'm in a legendary skid right now. So everything else is going just fine. But yeah, man, I'm excited to be on the show with you. It's been a mutual thing. I've been looking for an opportunity to reach out and chat with you as well. So we'll do the mutual, man. I'll have you on my show pretty quick here soon too.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Now I will say, Clint, I'm going to send you these positive vibes. I think everything's turning this week for you. Then you're coming back saying, yo, this guy was my lucky charm, bro. So we're going to get it. So what I want from you really is that co-main and main event breakdown, definitely. And then we'll talk a couple of the potential locks, maybe locks that we're feeling, dogs, anything that you like here. So let's start Arlovski, Jake Collier. Arlovski, 43 years of age, still looking good. I mean, he's good enough to be the favorite on the lines as well. Fights Jake Collier, who I really like the performance against Chase Sherman, but I'm always like holding myself back still. I'm like, it was Chase Sherman. So personally, I leaned Arlovski, but I mean, I'm still in a rocky spot. What do you think about this fight, Clint?
I'm in the exact same place you are, man. I like what we have seen from Collier a lot. I really enjoy the volume. I like how he mixes in the leg attacks. But man, like you go back to the Carlos Boy Philippe fight, and even though he put up over 100 significant strikes, he was slowing down in round 3. And I took my shot against Andrei Arlovski with Jared Vanderaa, man. I was like, I'm going to get this guy. We're finally going to get one over on him. And he just keeps doing the damn thing. Like, I had no idea how Andrei Arlovski just continues to weasel away these decision wins in the UFC at freaking 44 years of age. but he keeps getting me in the short shorts. I'm not going to bet against him anymore, man. Like, one of the things I always say is you don't bet fighters that are over 40 unless you've got like a real stiff, damn good reason to do that. And at this point, the reason is just it's Andrei Arlovski, because the dude doesn't lose unless you're a certain caliber of fighter. And I don't think Collier is the guy to do it, man. The volume, I think, will start to edge off. Andrei Arlovski knows how to control the space, so I think he'll answer the leg kicks. I think he'll get in and out and be hard to hit. So the volume is going to be hitting mostly air. And I don't think Collier is a big enough knockout threat to, like, get us back to those chin issue days for Andrei Arlovski. It's just not going to happen. So, yeah, man, I think this one goes all 15 minutes. I think it's a close, hairy fight. I think it's a split decision. It's probably going Andrei's way, though.
Yeah, I think the Andre way decision is what I'm feeling. I'm sitting here and I said, I have like a little 30%, this tiny voice, small. Maybe this is when Arlovski falls. And I think it's going to happen sooner or later. One of these back end guys is going to catch him. Is it going to be Jake Collier? I'm selling myself that it's not going to be, and I think there's good reason to believe it's not, because I don't really see Collier as a great striker. I mean, he has a solid stand-up game, and I'm not trying to shaft the guy's skill set for a back end, but Arlovski, even if he's not in his physical prime, has top-line tools, and I think those tools win him the fight here.
Couldn't agree more, man. Couldn't agree more. And then the other thing is, like I said, I really think you got to have that nuclear option to really get one over on Andrei Arlovski. And we have not seen that at heavyweight from Jake Collier. He hasn't hurt anybody on the feet. I mean, he had boy Philippe's like face lumped up a little bit on one side, but that ain't going to do it. Andrei Arlovski's chin is not that far gone. So yeah, I'm with you. I just think he's got the tools. I think he understands the range. He's going to be the more natural heavyweight, the bigger, stronger guy in there you would expect anyway. So maybe he loses on the volume edge just a little bit, but we saw in his last couple fights, man, him landing the harder, more impactful shots. The judges are favoring that. So, and the other thing, honestly, man, is I'm seeing a whole lot of love. If we're talking betting, a lot of people are jumping in on Jake Collier. I see a lot of Collier plus 110 tickets out there flying around the Twitter sphere. That line's moving the other way. And that's that thing that tells me, like, if all the people that feel like they know something about MMA are on the same side, but the money's moving the other direction, like, we're missing something. So that's just kind of a big red flag for me. It's favorite or pass here on Andrei Arlovski.
Yeah, we're on Andre, man. And as far as the lines, good luck to the people playing that Jake Collier ticket. Maybe I'll see fight day if I go like very light on a KO prop, just if I have that fight day intuition. I did it with Oleinik on Vandera, but I had picked Vandera, so we'll see. Next fight is a main event that I am stoked for. I am so excited to see Vera versus Rob Font, man. Yeah. Like, this is a matchup that, honestly, for me, maybe stacks up even with like watching like Gilbert Burns versus, another top guy. Like, it's a top line fight. And I feel like Marlon Vera is a guy that I've become a fan of, especially like he makes a lot of podcast appearances. So I've really gotten a good taste for Marlon Vera. I like the story. I like the style. I feel like Rob Font's a hard matchup, but I'm slightly leaning at Vera. I'm going Vera on the decision personally. What do you feel about this matchup, Clint?
Again, man, we're kind of in lockstep, but I've got, it makes me so nervous, man. I have, the last couple weeks especially, I have found myself feeling sharp, and then it turns out I'm on a very public dog. And that's what it feels like Marlon Vera is right now. Like, everybody's agreeing on Marlon Vera, and I feel like we're selling Rob Font a little short. And I feel like I'm almost betraying my guy, because I've had Rob Font his last two fights out. He did me well versus Cody Garbrandt. He did me well versus Magic Marlon Moraes. So, like, to now flip on its head and be like, okay, now we're going to go against you on the other side of this thing. It feels wrong. I know there was the Jose Aldo fight in between those two. But yeah, it's tough because I've been going to the bank with Rob Font. His boxing is good. His movement is good. The problem for me is the physicality difference and the takedown defense, because we've seen Rob Font taken down. We've seen Rob Font controlled on the ground, and someone like Cheeto, he loves to go in there and bang. He's a brawler, but back in the day, man, he was a grappler. He came in, he took people down. He TKO'd or submitted them because he was able to put that ground game to work. I feel like we could see classic Marlon Vera in this fight, especially in the smaller cage where he can maybe back Rob Font up, bully him against the fence. We saw Jose Aldo doing something similarly. And again, it's those big power shots. I know that Marlon Vera does not match the striking level of someone like Jose Aldo, so we can't really expect him to land the same caliber, combinations or anything like that. But these judges are favoring those power shots. And when you've got a guy that lands 2, 3, 4 punches, and then the other guy lands one, but you go, oh, damn, like that's what they're favoring, and that's exactly what Marlon Vera does. He also strikes me as a Diaz bro. Like, round 3, 4, and 5, that's when he really starts to come on, and we haven't seen him in a 5-round fight yet. So I almost feel like those later 2 rounds are going to favor him. We don't know that for sure because we haven't seen it, but he comes on stronger in rounds 2 and 3 and doesn't show any signs of slowing down. So I kind of tend to think those back rounds are where that finish takes place.
Yeah, man. I think I'm with you. I think that he's a guy that has good conditioning. From what I hear, I mean, running's like 7-8 miles a day he'll do on his off season. Like, this is a guy that definitely comes in shape, and I feel like that's what you need, especially to be a guy like Rob Font, who's got a pretty good jab, long guy. I feel like Rob Font, when you start looking at the wins and now you see the results of the guys that he's beaten, it's like, oh, maybe Rob Font had a bit of, I'm not going to say he's overhyped, but, he beat guys at the right time to get where he's supposed to be.
Exactly.
It's not like he's not beating the best guys in the world time and time out. So I'm not ready to be on the Rob Font side. I'm going dog. But as you said, I picked it on Sunday, and I was like, man, I'm going on Vera. I'm probably one of the few. I wake up Monday, Tuesday, all week. Everybody's picked them.
The whole feed.
That's it. Everybody. So, at the end of the day, I guess we're all on a pretty common public take. I'm still riding with it, man. Hard fight, but overall one I cannot wait to see. Now, I want to hear some of the potential Clint picks. I know you bring that tinfoil hat out, man. It's a kicker for me. If you have any tinfoil hats for this one, bring it out, man. Bring it out, man. Because I'm very curious some of the picks here. Some like the lock bets or potential dog attacks.
Yeah, man. So for me, I mean, my whole thing, especially recently, again, going back to my losing skid that I'm on, people got to understand, I know a lot of people love throwing around the term lock. In MMA especially, there's no such thing as a lock, man. Like, if anybody texts you, BR betting on Twitter, they're always showing like the text messages where the guy's like, bro, Tigers can't lose tonight. And then it's like 9-0 in the bottom of the ninth. You're like, oh, buddy, that's MMA, man. Yeah. It's so hard to find locks in the sport of MMA, especially with these like banana peel knockouts and stuff that we get where you're like, that really was 1 out of 10, but it was tonight. Tonight was the 1 out of 10, man. If we're looking for dogs, and that's something that more often than not, I do try to snipe some underdogs. This card, I kind of lean mostly towards the chalk in a lot of these spots. I think my favorite bet, the one that really jumped out at me first and foremost, was Gabe Green. I'm not a big believer in Yohan Lainesse. He just has too many deficiencies for me, man. Like, I tried to fade him on the Dana White Contender Series. That didn't go well, but I'm going to try and fade him again here in the UFC with a guy that's extremely durable and has a higher pace. I think that Gabe Green is the more well-rounded mixed martial artist. This is one of those spots where you've got that nuclear option. Yohan could KO Green in round 1. It could absolutely happen. But he puts power into everything, man. He puts everything behind every punch, and he is gassed in 4 minutes. So if he can't finish you early on the regional scene, he catches these bums in the second round. You know what I mean? Like, he'll get it done still. At the UFC level, I think that's where a guy like Gabe Green, who's already fought 2 extremely high-level competitors in the UFC, will be able to take over. I think he can put the wrestling to use. I think he's durable enough. I think he's going to be able to survive in scrambles. He's not going to get caught in anything crazy, at least on the mat. So it's all a matter of just protecting that chin, put the volume on this guy, make him work early, and then I think Gabe Green probably gets a round 2 finish, in my opinion, in this fight.
I like it, man. I like, because I'm on the other side. I'm falling into the Yohan trap. So I'm excited to see this matchup now. I'm definitely going to be thinking of this, man. If it goes down and I see him gassing out at 4 minutes, I'll be thinking of you, man. So I'm excited for the matchup, man. Any other certain plays you're feeling here? You don't have to give out the whole slew if you don't want to, man. Don't feel bad at all.
No, man, no. I love this is fun. I absolutely love breaking down fights and chatting with you. So I'll throw one more at you here, just because it's one that maybe people aren't exactly expecting. I'm going to keep it tight this card, man. I think this is another sketchy dumpster fire type of card that people are going to be looking to parlay up stuff. And, maybe in hindsight it'll work out for you, but it's sketchy going in on the front end, in my opinion. One spot that I think I'm going to fade everybody. I'm going to go against everybody. is Tristan Connelly, man. I think that, so I'm a massive fan of Darren Elkins. I've gone to the bank with Darren Elkins. He's my boy. I've cheered for him for his entire run in the UFC and cashed several really solid tickets on him. But I just think he's shot. I know he is not taking on anybody the caliber of Cub Swanson. Cub was on point his last fight against Darren Elkins. But the way he reacted to those punches, like that legendary durability, the Homer Simpson ability that we can count on for him to take the beating and come back, I just don't think it's there anymore, man. I think the referees are going to start getting a little quicker on that trigger finger to stop it and save him, because he's not looking good out there. Tristan Connelly is a big dude at this weight class. You remember he spoiled the debut of Michel Pereira. He was able to wrestle that gigantic man for 15 minutes. Cardio is not an issue for Tristan Connelly. And that's really the main calling card for Darren Elkins, is he gasses these guys and then he finishes them late, or he, pulls off the comeback and wins a close, gritty split decision because he's got more gas than them in the third round. I don't think that's on the table with Tristan Connelly. Tristan Connelly's not a round one guy that's going to go out and blow his wad. He's not a guy that's going to trade bombs with Darren Elkins and then end up, trading scar tissue and blood with this man. He's calculated. He's a good grappler. He's big for the division. He's a good offensive wrestler, BJJ black belt, and he actually does have a solid right hand. I think he's going to come in with a measured approach, and if he just stays in front of Darren Elkins, or if he does go to the ground with him, it's not like a Derek Minner situation where, again, he's going to blow his wad in the first 3 minutes and have nothing left. He will control Darren Elkins. He'll slow it down. He'll back off when he has him hurt and then come back in for a follow-up shot. I just think everyone's piling in on Darren Elkins because he's getting this step down in competition. I think we only see Elkins fight maybe once or twice more, man. I think we're almost at the end of the line, unfortunately.
And listen, man, I have the exact same take. I like Tristan Connelly to win, man.
Let's go,
with you, bro. Let's go.
I haven't bet it yet, though, because the line's moving. Everyone's just piling in on Elkins. I'm ready, excited, man. When it peaks.
I think you're right, though. You said it well, man. It's because Connelly is not a guy that's going to blow the wad for a finish. He's a guy that can patiently go for 3 solid rounds. And I love that trait in beating Darren Elkins. Even you look, guys that had a lot of success early on him, they're like, oh, I'm beating him. Darren Elkins is the guy that doesn't look great out there early. And I mean, Michael Johnson, before, he ended up losing the fight, he's winning kind of clearly. And then, boom, fight ends. You look at the matchups for Darren Elkins, I feel like he's always coming back after getting beat up, usually guys trying for the finish. Connelly, I don't see him trying for a finish. I see him coasting to that decision, man. And I think a lot of people say, oh shit, this is the way you beat Darren Elkins. You don't blow your wad after the guy because he might not seem technically super sound, but he still can take a damn beating. And you know what, though? As you said, he took a lot of damage against Cub, and he doesn't look like he has the same punch resistance. It seems like there's some damage. He's getting up there, and he's taking a lot of hits through his youth, his entire career. It's like a Chuck Liddell situation. Build your whole game on taking damage and giving out damage. I don't think Connelly's a good matchup. I think Connelly for the win, man. I like it, bro. I love it, actually.
I love that we agree on that one, man. That's a spot that I caught a little bit of flack for on my breakdown on the podcast. Everyone's kind of piling in on Elkins. We're on a bit of an island this week, and that's where I'm more comfortable. When people are patting me on the back for betting Grant Dawson, I'm like, oh shit, you're not supposed to like my bets. Why does everyone like my bet? So I like that there's a few of us that kind of see it playing out the same way, and maybe Elkins just does what Elkins does, man. He could absolutely come out here and do that, but from what we've seen from Connelly, he's much more cerebral. He takes everything a lot slower. And I think the Pereira fight is a perfect example of it, that he just did what he had to do to win. I'm like, man, if he does that here in this spot, if he's a thinker like I think he is and he understands this fight, he's not going to go out there and try and finish this guy early because he's seen what happens when you do that. Be the bigger guy, bully him in the cage, take him down a couple times, and then just hit him once or twice and back off. That's all it takes. You just keep doing that on repeat. Don't step into the banger. Don't step into the bloodbath. And I think Tristan Connelly probably looks minus 250.
I like it, man. I'm with you. Clint, I like the takes. I'm glad that we finally got this collab up, man. It was a long time coming. Glad to have you here, man. Give yourself the shout out. Where can they find you? I'm assuming a lot of the people know, and they already probably watch your show. But if those that don't, let them know.
Hell yeah, man. You can find me over at DiehardMMA Pod. I'm the DiehardMMA Podcast on pretty much any of your social media platforms. Live stream every single Monday over on Pub Sports Radio. I appreciate you having me on, AJ. And like I said, man, I'll be in the DMs. We'll get you set up and do a full card breakdown over on the podcast with you.
Absolutely, man. I can't wait for it. Much love, my brother. It was great officially meeting you, bro.
You as well, man. Thanks for having me. Good luck, everybody.
Have a great one, bro. Clint, have a great one. Guys, that was Clint from the Die Hard MMA podcast making his first ever appearance here. That was an exciting one, man. I was pretty pumped for it. I kept it low key all week, man. I bring on these surprise guests a lot of the time. My next guy is someone that's been on before. You'll recognize his face. You recognize him in the chat. It's Blood Diamond, a.k.a. Battle Cage in the house, straight out of New York, baby. What is up, my bro?
Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too, my guy. I'm glad to have you back. Everything's good, bro. Just excited to hear some of your takes, man. I'm looking forward to this card. I think we got some fun action. And I'm ready to hear these true NY takes, bro. You bring the heat, man. You bring the heat. Let's go co-main event first. Brooklyn in the house. Let's go.
Co-main event. I mean, I'm not feeling the co-main event that much. It's a close fight. I mean, Arlovsky's been doing his thing recently, but I feel like he's been getting a lot of layups though recently. So, that's part of the reason. But I mean, I feel like if you like Arlovsky, I would take him by decision because that's the only way he'll ever win. And but personally, I'm not gonna play that. I'm not big on this fight in particular. There's other spots I like more. But yeah, it's a true pick 'em fight. I'm saying, nothing special though. I don't
like it. Now, main event though. You gotta like the main in some way. What side are you on here? Let's hear this.
I'm on Chito Vera, baby. Let's go. Chito. Yes, sir. I mean, listen, Fon has good boxing. He got really good combinations. He's a beast. But like, I just feel like Chito Vera is the type of guy who poses problems for Fon. He doesn't do good with pressure fighters, guys who will get in his face. I feel like and put it on him. And I just feel like the way Aldo handled him the last fight, which I knew he would. I called that too, like a lot of people were on the Fon side, but I mean, Fon's good, but I think Chito Vera is just, this fight favors him because 5 rounds, he's going to get better as the fight goes, and Fon's going to get slower as the fight goes. Fon's going to look good at first. Don't get it twisted. He's going to look good. He's probably going to win the first round, maybe even the second, but once that second starting to end and it's in close to that third, Chito's going to take over and he's going to start putting it on him.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I like Chito to start winning later. I see him getting the W, man. I'm excited as hell for that main event.
Yeah.
Now, as far as looking through the card, are there any locks or are there any dogs that you're like, I like here, I want this one? What are some of them, my brother?
My favorite play, honestly, on the whole card is Yohan Lainesse.
Yes.
Lainesse, right? Yeah. The White Lion?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who I'm the heaviest on. I'm really, I didn't watch, but are you on the same side as me or no?
Yeah, I am. And what's funny is our last guest that was just in, Clint, is on the exact opposite side of you and me. Well, he's on Gabe Green.
He likes to throw money down the toilet, so that's
cool. We got some guest attacks here. We got Battle Cage coming out with heat, man.
It's just facts. It's the proof is in the pudding.
Oh shit! I don't get involved in the back and forth, man.
No.
But bro, I like the take.
My boy's a savage. Listen, I'm not gonna sleep on Gabe Green. I'm not calling him a slouch. He's good. He's usually durable. I mean, he went at it with D-Rod. He put up a good fight in his first fight in the UFC. Even though he got 30-27, he did show a lot of things in your first UFC performance. But I just think, bro, this dude is a savage. His power is real deal. And I'm not even gonna lie. When he fought Burlinson in Contender Series, I was on Burlinson, like a lot of people were. But and Burlinson was supposed to be this next stud who was gonna get UFC was expecting him to win that fight. He was a heavy favorite, all that. And this dude rocked him straight off a counter. That was so beautiful. And I'm like, right there, I'm like, yo, this dude is nice. Like you could tell, But yeah, I just think he's gonna just outmatch Gabe Green. I do see the one issue for him is that when he doesn't get his opponent out in the first round, he does slow down and start tiring out. But he does got some crazy power, and he got good takedowns too. He has a really good double leg. But yeah, I'm really heavy on him, man. Especially at the price. I don't think he should be the underdog. Honestly, I definitely
I
don't
like
think
him
he
too.
should be the underdog.
I think Green is gonna be close to him, and I see Yohan letting the hands fly and
Yeah,
landing
yeah,
bombs, bro. For sure, I'm with you there.
yeah. First
What about
round, first round.
first round? I'm on first or
Yeah,
second. I like the first a
yeah.
lot though. What are some other potential plays that you're feeling on this card here early?
What do we got? We got oh, what's the next fight after that? Smoke too
Let me
much.
pull it
I'm
up for
forgetting
you, man.
everything.
No, you're good, bro. It is Romanov versus Sherman, but there's no bet on
No,
that
no,
one.
not that one. The
One above it?
oh no, the dude De Silva, my boy De Silva, De
The Silva,
Silva.
La Cerda
Yeah.
versus
Figgy.
Francisco. Yeah,
It's a disrespect to even
Francisco.
call him Figgy because he doesn't
Yeah,
deserve
it's just we'll just
that.
call him Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. Mr. Francisco
Yeah,
Figueiredo, man.
Mr. Big Little Brother. Yeah, he's trash. Figueiredo, whatever. But nah, I
He's a
really
low
like the
output
Silva.
guy, man. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
with
I
you,
like
bro.
the Silva. I think this is
Same.
a setup fight for him because in his debut, he looked good against Molina in that first round. And
Yeah,
I'm high on Molina. Like I
he's a
think
good.
that kid has
He's good.
a high ceiling and a lot of potential. But yeah, he looked good. He just tired out. It was on short notice. You can't really blame him for that. You know,
Yeah,
he didn't prep for that fight. He didn't have a lot of time to prepare and
and his
get
submission
ready.
game looks A1, man.
Yeah,
You go on
yeah.
the
And
ground with this guy.
yeah, for sure. And I don't, he's just going to swarm this dude, I feel like, and he's going to get him out quick. I feel like it's going to be easy money for him. And especially the price. I mean, we're getting a super discount, I feel like, in my opinion.
Yeah,
He's
I
like
like it.
minus 120. Like,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I think it's because Figueiredo is still the last name. Francisco, he's
Yeah,
not going to be
yeah.
a huge dog.
He
That's
got all
what's
the
holding
hype
him.
behind him just because of his little brother.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah,
little
it's his
bro's
little
doing it.
brother. Yeah.
Is it the little
I
bro? Now
think
you're
that's
making
his
me wonder.
younger brother, no? Or
Let
his
me double
older.
check. Now I don't even know, man. I
Yeah, I
gotta
thought
find
it
this
was
out.
I'm pretty sure he's the older brother, the trash figure.
Let's see. Let's find
Mhm.
out real quick. Davison Figueredo, age. He is 34. Yeah, this is the little brother. This is the little brother.
Oh, so he's younger than Davidson?
He's younger by. Let me find him
Oh,
here.
I thought he was
Where's
the
he at?
older brother for some reason.
He looks older than him. He's
Yeah,
younger by
right?
2 years. He's the little brother.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So the
yeah,
little brother.
the
So yeah.
lesser little brother.
Whatever. He's trash regardless. It
You know,
don't really
he's
matter. You know what I mean?
so you're feeling like you're gonna see Silva submission probably.
Yeah, most likely submission, but I could see
Yeah,
a knockout too, honestly. I would just take him by finish, just to
finish.
play it
I like
safe. You
it.
don't have to worry about which one's gonna happen. He's definitely gonna get him out of there, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
I
And
think so.
I would even play him first round. I'm
Oh
telling
shit.
you.
Okay.
Easy money. I'm
I like
telling
it.
you.
I like it,
Because the
bro. I
dude
like it.
comes out strong. He
Yeah, he
comes
does.
out strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Figgy comes out
And he
slow,
almost
man.
got Molina, like he didn't like he was getting
It
there.
was good moments, though. There was good
Yeah,
moments.
no, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Now, what are some, if any, others, man? You don't have to give me endless loops. Is there
No,
anything
no, of
else that you're
course. You're my
feeling like?
guy, bro. I
Thank you, my
appreciate you
brother.
always, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
Always
Absolutely, man.
love.
Hey, man, much
Always.
love, bro. I love having my New York brother on the show,
Yo,
man. It's a
and no,
blast.
you give me a chance and you listen,
Always, bro.
paying off always. You're my guy.
Hey, thank you, my brother.
Yes,
Thank you, bro.
sir. Yes, sir. Let's get it. What other fight? I mean, this card, I'm not really. Those are like the main things. I'm heavy on Cheeto. I'm
Yeah,
heavy on the Lion, and I'm heavy on De Silva. Those are my three like
those
favorite.
are
I like
okay.
Andre Fili as a parlay piece. Easy money. I love that. I think that's an easy one for him. Yeah, and the straight obviously no, because it's too pricey. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
love it as a parlay piece. What else we got? Yeah, I mean this card is pretty light, honestly. What other fights are there?
Oh, we got some good
What do we got?
matchups between. Let me see if the matchups that stand out to me here. I got Tapology up. I like the
Yeah.
first fight, Tatsuro Taira versus Carlos
Oh, you
Candelario.
like that fight? I mean, that one's like
I'm excited
we
to
don't know
see.
too much about either
Betting
guy.
wise, less. More of like
Yeah,
hardcore fan side of me is like I'm
yeah.
fucking stoked to see
No, no, I
Tatsuro.
feel you because Candelario looked pretty good on the Contender Series, and he was the first guy to ever get a contract when he lost the
Yes.
fight on Contender. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
obviously Dana liked what he saw. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. No,
but
I
yeah,
like it,
no, I
bro.
mean, I don't know too much about his opponent though. To be honest with you, that's why I was like, eh.
Yeah, it's Tatsuro. He's an up and coming guy from Japan. Seems to be pretty well rounded, good grappling chop, solid stand up game. But you can watch all the regional you want. When you get to the UFC,
Yeah,
it's a different level, and we're gonna find
of
out, man.
course, 100%.
That's
That's a
it.
fact.
I'm excited as hell for the card, bro. I am
That's a fact.
absolutely stoked. I'll be live throughout the whole week. You know I'll be here, man. You're
Yeah.
my guy. I appreciate you coming
Always.
in, bro. I know last
Always.
week it didn't work out, man. I'll definitely have you
No,
on
it's
again,
all
bro.
good.
What's
Yeah.
going on with you though, bro? You got any
Nothing,
shows you're
bro. I'm
working
just
on right now?
yeah. That's why I put Battle Cage this time because
Good.
I'm actually starting to grow that channel. I was talking about
Nice.
last time.
Yes.
Everybody, look out! Come like, come subscribe. We're doing a lot of content. You want the goods? We got it. I'm telling you.
Hell yeah.
I give it out, no problem. But
My
yeah,
guy.
no, that's what we're doing. I started when I spoke to you a couple weeks ago. We
Right,
literally
3
just
weeks.
started yeah, something like that. And at that time, like my boy just started the channel. We had like no subscribers. Now we're already up to 84. You know what I'm
Amazing.
saying? So we
Yes.
moving, and we
Good.
gonna keep moving on up.
Let's go. Hey,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
bro. I'm always here to support. I love
Thank you,
helping
bro.
out the other people in the community,
Appreciate
man.
you.
My game is
Always.
a platform for people that love combat, bro. We love
Yeah,
it. We love to bet it. We love to talk about it. This is an open platform, man.
that's a
I'm
fact.
bringing everybody out, man. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you always, always. You're a knowledgeable dude. You
Thank
know
you,
a
bro.
lot.
Thank you, bro.
Yes,
Right back
sir.
at you,
Keep
my
doing
brother.
you.
Thank you, bro, for being here. Blood Diamond,
Always.
Battle Cage. Make sure to check them out. Much love, my brother.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be in
Thank you,
talks,
bro.
bro.
Appreciate
Peace,
you.
bro.
Yes. Later.
Great stuff from my guy Battle Cage, giving his takes. Blood Diamond, you'll see him in the chat. Overall, we had 2 great guests today. My brother Andy Gonzalez, who's a usual guest, we gave him the 1-week rest period, but I know a lot of you want him to come through. I don't know what he's doing right now, but I'm feeling great, and I want him to come in and give him his best bets of the week. I don't care about the main breakdown. If he's available, hopefully he's seeing this. I see him in the chat there. I'm bringing him in right now. I'm bringing them in. We got time for a third. We got 10 minutes left of the stream here. We're going to finish it out with the GOAT himself. Let's see if he sees it, man. Andy Gonzalez MMA. I just DM'd him, bro. We sent it to him. So let's see if he clicks. He probably wasn't expecting it, man, because I told him it might have to be next week. Let's go. It's sent. It's sent, man. Let's see if he comes through. Andy, shout out to Andy Gonzalez. Come on in, my brother. I need him. I can't go a week without my guy, especially those 2 went at good speed. I got to get Andy's best bets to the card, man. We got to get his best bets. This is becoming like a legendary segment. I couldn't leave him out. Andy, I couldn't do it without you, my man. I said at the end, it doesn't feel right. I need Andy's best bets. It looks like he's just getting out of bed. Andy, he just woke up. He said, let's go live. Let's do it.
Yes, I go into the gym to the 6 a.m. So
Holy shit.
I am motivated to bet him in the car. I am motivated to grinding my physique, my body type.
Good shit.
So let's get it, man.
Let's go.
What do you want?
What I want from you is your favorite bets to the card. Pure betting side, man.
Man, you say that the odds are crazy. It's the craziest odds of Romanov, the craziest of the UFC history.
Ever.
But Romanov is a lock. Is the definition of a lock. He's going to finish this fight. Because if you better in the win, you are not going get money. So the better option here is finishing Romanov. I don't know what is the value. I think it's 600, less 600 or something else. But for me, it's the definition of a lock. It's not like the Dean Barry Mike Jackson fight. It's not going to eye poke. Romanov needs to get a huge performance.
Yes.
The doubt about Romanov is going like the third round, like the fight against Juan Espino. So Romanov is a lock.
Yeah.
For example, I see. For me, this card is well to bet in the over 1.5 over, because you say this that Fili is going to win hypothetically by decision.
Yeah.
For example, Grant Dawson, Jared Gordon is going hypothetically by decision.
Yeah.
Meerschaert Jotko, like he did against, for example, Sirkunov, keeping the takedown defense, keeping the range, striking play, for me is going in 1.5 over rounds. I don't know, man. It's a card, for example, Arlovsky and Collier is another 1.5 and 1.5. is that type of betting like I see in this card. It's going to be bangers like Connelly and Elkins. So pick the winner here for me is difficult because could be surprised. Like for example, Lainesse is the underdog. Lainesse, I going with you in the Lainesse side in the underdog. Because
Okay.
Green, he has the style like Clay Guida. He bangs with a no technical striking, and Lainesse has the power, has the tools to knock out in the first round. In my opinion, Lainesse, that's is a durable Canadian guy.
Yeah. I like
Yes,
it. I'm with you,
yes.
bro.
So Lainesse underdog. Pick by your side. Pick by your side. The over 1.5 runs is my opinion. You have the Arlovsky fight. You have the Chito Vera and Rofon fight. That's going to be an scrap. It's going to reach the, for example, the third round. In my opinion, the Rofon and Chito Vera. You pick, for example, that type of bet, the 1.5, 2.5 in the Chito Vera fight,
Yeah.
and you going to green money in this card. That's my advice in this card, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I think the same thing. I feel like we're gonna see wins as far as the overs. I think we're seeing a fair amount of decisions here. We got a couple knockouts and submissions too, but I think there's a lot of decisions because there's a lot of competitive matchups. It's a fucking card I can't wait for, bro. Last week we gave it a lot of flack. The card was a really fun card. I actually really enjoyed it. I think this week is a little bit better as far as name value, but I think the action is gonna be off the charts as well. I'm so excited for this
All the
weekend, bro.
cards, man, all the cards. 'Cause
Amazing.
Bellator, the Liz Carmouche,
Oh.
Juliana Velázquez, Nikita Mikhailov, Enrique Barzola, Sabatello is the Italian Colby Covington. For example, the Tyson Fury is a legend. Tyson Fury is a fucking legend.
Legend.
I love that boxing. Man, for
Yeah.
example, as similar tools here. Arlovsky, for example, I think against Collier, he knows his body type. Collier is for example, is a fatty, is a chubby guy.
He's a fatty. That's the legendary. I love that, bro. Yes, he
No
is.
man, but
He is. It's true.
Arlovsky is an old guy that
Yeah.
he knows his body type, he knows his skills, he knows his limitations.
Yes.
And Collier has the. It's not typical to see that volume,
Yeah.
but he fought against Villante, that is not a heavyweight. He fought Arlovsky is a heavyweight. It's not like a Francis Ngannou body type, but Arlovsky is a heavyweight.
Strong guy.
He will not
Good
fight
muscles.
in. For example, the similar thing with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, you see that body type, and the
Yeah.
people say has great cardio. Tyson Fury has not great cardio. Has that type of management of the resources.
Yeah.
He doesn't throw a punch like anything. He throws a punch because like the upper, like he throw against White, because he knows he needs in the fight, and he knows his limitations, and he knows his. For example, White is not a smart boxer because before the fight he jumped to the rope
Yeah.
so heavily. That's not
Yeah.
good because you after of that in the fight you are going to gas out. So
So quick.
Tyson Fury in the before the fight, relax, striking with the pads. For example, Arlovsky is more intelligent. He knows his limitations, like I said, and for me, it's one of the logs. Arlovsky and another one, like DJ Khaled says, by decision.
By decision.
He's not the guy Collier to beat. It's going to be a close fight because Collier has volume in the first round. But you look against Felipe, for example, Collier and Felipe, was not equal, because in the second and the third round, Collier was not anything.
Yeah.
He throws a good jab. But he has no the footwork like Arlovsky has.
Yeah.
All that stuff, man. Man, this card is tricky. So don't trust him. For example, Fili is confident. Brito has the tool, has the power, has the pressure.
Yes.
if he manage the bad thing with Brito is the management here,
Yeah.
of course, because Brito lands throws punches like he to hit to murder the air, man,
Yeah.
to murder the air, to, and that's not the way like you is going to be successful against Fili. Fili fought well against Simon Moraes back in the day. For
Yeah.
example, Sodi Yusuf competitive fight against Daniel Pineda one year ago. Great performance.
Yeah.
For example, like you said in the breakdown, early breakdown, if, for example, Brito leg kicks, management good the takedowns, but he's not a fighter. Brito
Yeah.
is younger. He's a young fight.
Yeah.
He's a young fighter.
Young style too, aggressive, gasses out, rushes, closes too much distance, stifles his combinations. I agree, man. I agree.
He's similar to Rafael Alves of lightweight.
Okay, I like that
Two
comparison.
Two wiles.
Yeah.
To end this breakdown, tricky card. If you
Yeah.
want to bet, is in my opinion 1 point and 2.5 rounds, for example, in Cito Vera.
I
But
like that.
if you want my pick, going to see my podcast tomorrow.
Okay.
But
Good.
my pick for all of my English followers or your community
Yes.
is Tito Vera is going to surprise and get the later knockout in the later rounds.
I like that. I like that, man. I like the finish. Dude, I'm with you. I like the takes. Fantastic as always, Andy. So you're dropping your breakdown in Espanol tomorrow. So guys, make sure if you do speak Spanish, if you don't, you want to just support my boy Andy, definitely check out his channel, Andy Gonzalez MMA on YouTube. You'll find it. You see him on Instagram too. He's posting things up. Andy, my brother, it's always a pleasure. I'll be honest with you, man. It didn't feel right not having you. I called you last minute. Andy wasn't even ready to go. I told Andy, I said, hey, bro, I might have to sign you up next week. I can't do it without you, man. You were the first guy, so I got to keep giving you the love, man. Much love, Andy.
Yes, thank you, Eddie. The past week was too good for me, for Jessica Andrade, Tyson Pedro knockout, finishing the fight, was a great card. It's a pity for me that not get here in the breakdowns to help in the
people. I know I didn't do it last week. I was doing the PFL. The PFL actually, I'm curious. You have any PFL predictions for the main fights? You follow PFL at all?
No, because we have Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
I interested in that fight because
okay.
I like both fighters. And PFL I not what expect. For example, some fighters get motivated in that move. For example, Antonio Carlos Jr., Cara Zapato gets motivated. Omari Akhmedov gets motivated. But Jeremy Stephens looks and Anthony Pettis bad. You know what I'm saying? The mentality of the fighters are not the same.
Right.
For example, the fighters that get cut for the UFC going to Bellator, like Corey Anderson, the chest is going to up. You know, it's going getting confidence.
Yeah.
But another fighter is going down. The mentality.
Like, so you think Jeremy Stevens and stuff like that? Is that who you're referring to, especially, or Anthony Pettis? Any of these ex-washouts?
Okay, Jeremy Stephens was out before.
Yeah.
Jeremy Stephens, how many losses? How many losses has Jeremy Stephens?
20?
More than my age.
Yeah. He's got a lot of losses. No, it's so true, bro.
I mean, many wars in his body. Okay, but that's not my man. For example, Diego Sanchez is the typical warrior, and against Kevin Lee, against all the odds, was doing a competitive fight.
Yeah.
It's the mentality of the fighters. We are not the same, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When, for example, you lost a bet, your reaction is not the same as me.
Yeah.
When, for example, I lost the parlay with Tecia Torres. Man, I crashed the mobile phone. Man, I going crazy because it was a robbery for me, and I go crazy. And in that Sunday, I need to get to the mountain to evading my mind.
So you were upset. You were mad, man.
Yes. So, for
Yeah.
example, that's my advice. My advice is get calm. You have more famous cars to pick
Mhm.
fighters. You know,
Yeah.
UFC 274,
Yeah.
Jan Blachowicz, Bellator, good picks. Keep calm. My
Yeah.
advice is keep calm. Pick, not pick for pick.
Yeah.
Not pick, for example, I like this fighter. Of course, if you if you bet for hobby, it's different if you want to
Mhm.
get money, because it's
Mhm.
not the same.
Right.
It's my you know that game of the betting.
Yeah.
For example, with Askarov, for example, even Piotr Jam, Alexandr Volkanovski, that's not the proper odds.
Yeah.
They are smarter than us.
Yes.
So you need to be smart,
Yeah.
as the smartest guy, if you want to get money.
It's
Is
true. Yeah, that's why we bring you on, Andy. We need that secret takes. Andy gets him in the lab, man. Andy, much love, my brother. I enjoyed having you, bro. I'm gonna sign off of here in just a moment. Thank
yes.
you, Andy. We'll be in touch, my brother.
Thank you too. Thank you too. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
Take
Guys,
care.
check out Andy Gonzalez, MMA, the legend. Peace, my
Take
bro.
care, guys.
Andy, the legend, was in the house. Great stuff. We got 3 solid guests that gave their takes on the card. I hope you guys got a lot of information from it. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. It's been a lot of fun chatting it up with you guys for this past hour and 40 minutes. I'll throw the timestamps up in the next 30 minutes or so. And then you guys, that are watching it on replay or whatnot are going to be able to find everything. Smash the like button. Show some love. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notifications on and share the video as well. I hope you guys enjoyed another breakdown. I enjoyed chatting it up with all you guys in the chat for the first half. Much love to everyone. I'm sorry that I can't get all your questions and stuff up as I'm having the guest on, but I'm trying to give them their undivided attention here. And the chat's going fast sometimes. I'll see if I can improve it though. But definitely something to consider for the next time is bringing up more chat questions. I'll pick a couple, but definitely let me know if you guys want to see that too. Much love, my people. I'm about to slide out. Peace.